Alright, so today I'm going to be employing full disclosure as it relates to my farm. I've gotten a lot of tips from experienced farmers in my community, in particular as it relates to operating on the basis of the moon's phases. What they have told me is that there are certain crops that you don't plant during moonshine. If you plant them during moonshine, they say worm going to take them up. Corn is one of them, cane is another, and I could go on and list some others. But I'm going to stop at those two because I'm going to talk particular today about corn. What happened is that I was told, don't plant the corn if it is moonshine, and I say, I'm not paying attention to what anybody say with regards to corn. I'm not waiting on time and seasons to plant. All I'm going to do is do my planting and make sure I spend time to take care of my plants. I went ahead and I planted quite a number of corns. Cause listen me love corn. If you want to know my middle name, just say corn. Right? I love corn. And so I went ahead and planted the corns, and seriously, I was so disappointed. The worms totally devastated the corns that I planted. It was terrible. However, I have a policy that I should leave nobody behind, and I was a bit apprehensive about the corns based on how they were looking. They were terrible, and I decided that I'm going to go ahead and nurture them and just see if there is any chance of them coming back. Now that tells me something. Don't ever give up on your crops when you're planting unless you see absolutely no way out. Always pay attention to everything that you plant. People talk about having green thumb. I don't know about that. I think if you spend time to nurture your plants and take care of them, then you will get the results that you want. Okay? So you just need to spend time to nurture them. And I am going to show you, and I want you to come with me and see how the plants have improved since I've spent time to try to nurture them back to health. Yes, I felt discouraged at first, but I am with them morning and evening, and I continue to use the same products that got them. Alright, so let me back up a bit. First of all, the worms got the better of them, and I did some research on YouTube, and they say use eucalyptus oil, baking soda, and a little dish liquid to correct it. Now what I did, I got somewhat apprehensive based on what I was observing with the plants, and I went ahead and sprayed them with the mixture. Of course, I saw results, but then because I had quite a number of corns, I went ahead and purchased a larger bottle, a larger spray bottle. And this bottle now, I didn't pay attention to the proper mixture, and so some of the corns got damaged. So you ever hear about your strengths becoming your weakness? While they were actually improving in health, I got somewhat apprehensive and anxious, wanting them to be restored immediately, and so I didn't pay attention to the mixture as I should have, and subsequent to that, some of them were badly damaged. But first of all, I want to show you how much they have improved to health, and I'm going to show you when you don't apply the proper mixture, how it can have a devastating or a negative effect on your plants, because that's what happened to me. Alright? So here I go now. I'm going to show you first of all how the corns look a little better. That's number one. And secondly, I'm going to show you what has been the result of those that were damaged with the eucalyptus oil. So I won't explain too much until I actually get you to the the spot and looking at the plants, and I'll tell you further. So remember now to subscribe if you never subscribed before. If you are enjoying the videos and you want me to continue produce them, give me a little motivation, man. Yeah, just like the video, and trust me, I like the comments. I respect, appreciate the comments. So just leave a comment down the bottom, okay? Don't inbox me the comment, leave it on YouTube. Alright, come with me now. Alright, so you're ready to see the plants now, right? Alright, here's one. So let me get down low and tell you what happened. So this is one of them. If you notice carefully here, you'll see that the root is looking more mature because it has been there growing for some time. The mixture that I had, as I said before, was too strong. Now interestingly, what I see happening is plants, they have defense mechanism in them, right? And every time they sense danger, then definitely they pump up their defenses so that they can surmount over whatever challenge that they have. I am looking at this plant, and if you look closely, you will see where this was the mother root, right? This was the original root. When the heart of the plant got damaged, it sent up these two suckers, okay? The same for this one. If you notice, the heart got damaged and it sent up two additional suckers just the same. What I did was just a little experiment. I removed the suckers and planted them. It's just an experiment. I want to see if I remove them from the original root and replant them, if they'll be able to grow and mature and actually send out fruits. And of course, I like the whole idea of being able to experiment. As I always say, I'm a learning farmer, so I don't mind doing a little experiment and learning in the process. Okay, trial and error, and you improve as you go along. Okay, so here, these two are two suckers. They are not original corns that came from that were planted, seeds that were planted. They are suckers that I remove. Now, I never in my life I ever knew that you can actually get suckers from corns. But no, you see it for yourself, and I've transplanted them. I'm going to watch them over the next couple of weeks to see if they will actually mature and bear fruit. Alright, here is another one. This is another one that got damaged, and you can see it is in the recovery stage. Now, it's important for me to point out at this time that whenever you have your plants, you need to spend time on them. Just as you would spend time to raise your children and to take care of them, you need to spend time to nurture and take care of your plants. So I make sure every single day, morning and evening, I give them water, right? I've also given them Epsom salt to assist with the nurturing, because what the Epsom salt does is actually allow the plants to absorb the nutrients in the earth, right? And it also helps with the process of photosynthesis. So that's basically what I have done to nurture them to where they are. And of course, I feel a little better. They're not totally lost. And even if I don't get a chance to eat corn from them, it would have been a learning process for me. I would have learned a lot and able to speak confidently, authoritatively, and how to make sure that you benefit from your plants. And point to note, don't ever plant corn, okay? Don't ever plant corns during moonshine. I never used to believe it, but I believe now. If you plant them during moonshine, worm is gonna eat them up, and that's a fact. All right, so let us look over here. Here's another one, and it's coming up nicely. So you just have to nurture them as you go along. Now I want you to take you over to the section where those were so badly eaten up with worms, and see when you spend time and take care of them, how well they can improve in health. Do not spray unless you see a need to spray. Not all the corns were eaten up by worms, but I quickly got apprehensive, and I think I was being proactive when I went ahead and sprayed all of them. And as I said, I didn't use a proper mixture, and that is what caused some of them to be damaged. Now these are some of the ones that were damaged. If you look at it, and as I said before, that all of them are putting on suckers. So this one was damaged, and it has sent up 2 suckers. I'm not going to trouble this one, and likewise that one over there, because I want to see if the suckers will actually grow and do the job that the original root or the main plant would have done. It's an experiment, and it's worth waiting and watching to see. I can confidently say, yeah, this is something. And you never can tell, I might try it in the future where I just damage the heart so I can get more corns. So when the heart of one corn is damaged, well, what it actually does is send up 2 or 3 roots. So you see, 3 corns out of 1. Take 1 stone and kill 3 birds. Alright? So let us move over to the section that was so badly damaged. But if you look along here, you will see that those were the ones that I sprayed that were not damaged, and I damaged them rather than the worms. Alright, so I actually hurt my kids. This general area here had the plants that were badly damaged by the worms. And if you look at these, it just goes to show, you know, satisfying it can be when you spend time to nurture your plants. Because these were so badly damaged, I practically almost had a nightmare. And I decided, because at one point, you know, to be honest, I was considering uprooting them and throwing them away. But I decided just to carry a little experiment and see if they will come back around. I couldn't believe that they could have. There were so many worms in them, and they actually ate out the heart of the plant. And I can see where nurturing can't be overemphasized. Nurturing is important. Look at them now. They are looking so fabulous. Coming up, eucalyptus oil, baking soda, and a little dish liquid. And you just have to use the proper measurement, or mixture according to the container that you have, and you're good to go. This one was damaged by the eucalyptus oil, and you see where it is actually trying to be restored to health. And so basically that's it. They're coming back because they were taken care of. All right, there are 2 plants that are here that I want to point out to you. I have given them names. Some people in my community are familiar with it, and persons who look at my WhatsApp status, because I've posted them on my status. They are over here. We have Survival, and over here I have Surprise. Now I gave those plants those names because they were planted during the harsh summer of last year, and they were totally neglected. Now when we started farming here, my husband said, you know, don't bother pay attention to those. There's nothing much that can come from them, so I'm to just ignore them. And I said, no, I think with some nurturing, I'm going to nurture them and bring them back to life. With nurturing, they should be able to improve. This one, Surprise, they basically died almost. And with much nurturing, watering on a regular basis and Epsom salt, look at how Surprise is coming up nicely, and I feel so good. Alright, so I named some of my plants because, as I tell you, I talk to them and I really treat them like them as somebody. I make sure them get them water and them food, daily intake of water morning and evening, and the food. Because if you want benefit from them, why you don't think you need to give them something to benefit them? Not true? Yeah, so come check out Survive over here, so, and see how much she and her siblings have been doing. Okay, Just look over here and you'll see they were struggling, literally struggling, and I am so impressed with the development thus far. You know, they are coming up, they look healthy. I'm going to continue to give them Epsom salt and continue to water them, because I honestly didn't know that they would have reached to this point. And so always nurture your plants. If you want to get the best yield from them, you need to give them the best, treat them the best, give them the best of care, and you'll get that result. Okay, let me show you another tool now that my husband told me just yesterday. Don't bother waste your time with them there, and I'm gonna take you to them and see exactly how they look, and you tell me if you think we should abandon them too. But listen me, my policy is leave no man behind. Me not leave no plant behind. So come, let me show you. Alright, don't bother laugh now, because he laughed at me and said those not going anywhere, but I'm gonna prove him wrong once more. Alright, so these two now are literally in the walkway. So every time persons walk by, they basically step on them, and if they step on them, then you can't expect really for them to be developing and, you know, really be growing and look healthy. If you notice, I've created a little barrier around here as a clear indication to everyone that there are plants here, do not walk here. And interestingly, you know, they were so battered. I cut the leaves off and started watering. If you notice, the area is appearing well watered, and look, they're sending out nice leaves, and I'm sure in a couple of weeks my husband is going to be surprised that they are looking so well. So nurture your plants and you'll get good results. So as usual, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like. I think we deserve a thumbs up. Yeah, give me a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Until next time, I'm gonna say ciao. Happy farming. Take care of your plants, nurture them, spend time with them. I like to talk to them. I'm not telling you to do so, but take care of your plants, and always remember, keep planting. See you next time. Bye. So these are the peas that I will be planting this morning. If you notice, they are looking swollen because they have absorbed a lot of the water, and so this is designed to allow them to germinate much faster than if they were to be planted dry. And we're going to be taking care. If you notice, the water is having a reddish color, and that's because initially the peas were very red. They call these one round red, and the water, the fact that they were sitting in the water for 24 hours, the color left the peas and is in the water. But that doesn't make a difference. We are still going to get round red from it, but this was very important, especially because the time is so dry. It's going to take a longer period for these peas to germinate. So by doing them this way, what happens is that the germination process is sped up. Okay.